Let's get the money out of the way first. No, I mean, it is a decent check, isn't it? And you know, it's important for these players to support the teams around them. They've all got big teams, these top doubles players. Almost $500,000 for the champions. That's serious stuff.
Oh yeah. These pairs have been making a good amount of money over the last couple of years, for sure. That is for the pair, of course, so it would be split between them evenly, I assume. Unless there are any other negotiations going on.
It'd be an interesting conversation to listen in on. 1,000 ranking points as well for the Masters, of course. As ever with these Masters events, particularly the first couple. I think Indian Wells is probably better known for this than Miami, perhaps, but there's always a sprinkling of what we refer to as the singles players, in inverted commas, who play these draws. Fewer probably here than there were in Indian Wells, but still the likes of Andy Murray was in the draw. He played with Sebi Korda. It's good hands. Tsitsipas played with Kokkinakis. Casper Ruud was in the draw. Chris Eubanks and Ben Shelton teamed up as well. Korda sadly having to withdraw in the second round after Andy's ankle injury in the singles against Mahach.
War 15.
Kulhoff and Mektic. Where's Kulhoff and Nikola Mektic? Dutch Croat team who won the first Masters 1000 of the year. That was Indian Wells, of course. Granollers and Ceballos in that final. Dodig and Krajicek making quarters there. It's a nice return. It was a bit of a rough one for Bopanna and Ebden, though. They lost first round in California, so we're looking to bounce back after that early defeat.
First game.
Well, no real dramas in that first game. They do have to be wary. Already signs that Bopanna is in that sort of mood. He goes big on return, really. He tries to come up with something pretty special if he gets a play on the ball. He won the 2 points off of the return, one clean winner. Will also be the player to serve first, I assume. That is their best formation. Rolls through his serves, and he has rapid, lightning fast skills at the net. Put that all together, it's big, it's fast, it's flashy. It's the best in the world.
Here we go. Stay down, go get it. Here we go.
No R.Bopanna to serve.
Yeah, by all accounts, he was the standout player in the semis. They had a comfortable passage in the semis. 1 and 4 against Granollers and Ceballos, the team that made the Indian Wells final.
Dirty love.
Be a little bit of adjusting to be done for these two teams coming into this big stadium court. Played the semis out on Grandstand a couple of days ago. A bit more exposed out there, tends to be a bit breezier. Should in theory help them as more sheltered environments. Tends to be a bit more protected from any wind. It's been a fairly breezy week, not strong winds at any stage, but certainly been a talking point. Number 2 seeds ahead, 2-1. Santiago Gonzalez and Edouard Roger-Vasselin, who were crowned the champions at this tournament last year. In fact, Krajicek made the final, appeared in the championship match alongside Nico Mahou, the French veteran, this time last year.
Number 15.
Hurkacz and Isner, the winners 2022, Mektic and Pavic the year before. No addition in 2020 because of the pandemic. The Bryan brothers, the first champions at this venue. Tournament moved, of course, after 2018 from Crandon Park on Key Biscayne over the bridge to its new home here, Miami Gardens. It's actually the Bryans who won 2018 as well, so they picked up that trophy, relocated, and then just continued their dominance.
That was the Bryan brothers'
often
way.
the case, wasn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. This is a super game. Not for Bopanna and Ebden. Ebden just not quite finding his spots on serve, so they haven't been under too much pressure, getting in the solid returns, getting neutral, and have capitalised. 4 break points here. It is so key in doubles how precise you are with landing your serve. Actually, pace, you can sort of take it or leave it. Yes, it's great to add pace to the accuracy, but you have to hit your spots, otherwise your partner is in a spot of trouble.
Still with a couple of big points to come through here. The Aussie, 36 years of age, is Matt. 2-time major winner in doubles. Ready and waiting was Bops.
Deciding point, receiver's choice.
Using all his experience there, putting himself exactly the right position. So deciding point, game point for the top seeds, break point for the second seeds. And it's a hold.
Bopanna 10.
Ebden gets himself out of trouble there.
2 games all.
Yeah, just had to be a bit more precise when landing the serve, really, and made that adjustment. And then it's just a completely different story. Thoroughly in control of those points. Putting so much pressure on there. You know, with that placement of serve and then the move of Dodig at the net, I mean, Bopanna's only option is to absolutely rip that down the line. He can't. The serve's just too good. Really difficult to come up with that shot. And that's what a lot of doubles is about, taking away options, forcing them into playing right into your hands.
Looking for their first title since Melbourne Park, where they won their first major together, Bopanna and Ebden. 3 titles alongside one another, Doha and Indian Wells last year, and Aussie Open this year. Another 5 finals though.
Having some issues with the board.
Last season, so very, very consistent season. Incredible, really. I think just teamed up together at the start of last year. Brief
Roman,
stop in play.
we're gonna try. I think it's gonna stay, hopefully.
With the, it's the LED boards just behind the players.
Such a good return. He is so dangerous. Always looks to go big. Able to shift out of the way of that one. It was right into that right hip.
Positioning so important in doubles, isn't it? Just putting yourself in the right spot at the right time, as you say. Sometimes just get anything on it. Can be sometimes the shanked volleys, the miss hits are slightly more effective than the clean volleys.
Left, first serve. Left, first serve.
That's a clever return. Normally we see Bopanna really go for the return. It's all about pace, just picks one and drives straight through it, but that was smart. He's been very successful on return. Now just looking towards Ebden to see if he can come up with something, because then you put that together, look at the break. Just beating for pace there. A little unusual for Bopanna. So volley, I think he would have expected a little more, especially at that time, 15:30. Ebden's worked into the point. They're both at the net there. They were trying to just be rock solid and not come up with anything too tricky.
It's a heck of a combo from Bopanna. Pacey return and then up the court. Didn't hold back with the drive volley either.
Let's go.
So first chances now for the top seeds to make a breakthrough. They've survived 6 break points. This opening set so far. First chances for them though.
Yes.
First one slips away, but got another deciding point.
Deciding point, receiver's choice.
Well, it's going to be Bopanna to take it. That's a given.
Oh, he had a chance. Had time, and he had the gap as well to hammer that forehand into. It is another hold.
A.Krajicek lead by 14.
Still waiting for our first break of serve in this final. A.Dodig, A.Krajicek, inch ahead, 4-3.
A fun way to win an upgrade today and win some cash. To head over to the hospital team here at the tournament, simply text the word CROC, C-R-O-C, and a photo of any CROC that you see. It could be on the court right now, it could be on your own shirt, or the shirt of the person sitting next to you. Do it right now, 305-767-1715, and you could win that upgrade sitting down low on the court for the rest of today's session.
Finals spread across 2 days this weekend. Of course, men's singles final tomorrow. The second Masters of the year. Intriguing match between Jannik Sinner, who smoked Medvedev yesterday for the loss of just 3 games, plays Grigor Dimitrov. 2 top 5 wins in a row. Dimitrov against Alcaraz and last night Zverev.
15 love.
Grigor back in the top 10 after a wait of 260 weeks. He'll be back in the top 10 on Monday, regardless of the outcome tomorrow. on to the clay season. Qualifying already underway at 3 ATP venues, 3 ATP 250s next week, Houston, Estoril and Marrakesh.
30 love.
Possibly just a little late on the pop-up from that low position at the net. Came at him with a bit of heat. Good vision from Dodig, saw the move from Bopanna at the net, was able to get a good play on it, knock it down the line. Ebden's still got to be careful with his placement, doesn't have a huge amount of pace on his serve, he needs to be really precise, try and shut those returns down.
M.Ebden. 4 games all.
So plenty of opportunities. We've seen 8 break points all in all, but no breakthroughs just yet. Bopanna did announce his retirement last year. Not from all of professional tennis, but retirement from Davis Cup. In his last tie, it was his 50th tie. He's done his fair share, that is that is quite clear, but saying that he felt like it was time for the younger guys to take up the weight of it. Not long after he got to #1 in the world, so I'm sure the team missing him hugely.
Phone was ringing again when the captain looked at the rankings.
Nice, he's been such a key part. He's played singles over the years as well. But their first tie without him, they won. So off to a good start in the post-Bopanna era. Big deal as well, that tie. First time they played in Pakistan, as Pakistan were hosting them. First time for 60 years. What a return that is.
I think he thought the serve had missed, hadn't he? Because he seemed to stop Krajicek and then all of a sudden had a half volley to deal with. Either that or he wasn't, just confirming that the serve was good. Play to the call, electronic line calling.
40-30.
Saw, and I totally agree with you, Lee. Krajicek just flying in that breaker as well, getting some good purchase on returns, really finding his spots, and they were just charging forwards the whole time. Just felt like they lifted the energy just half a notch or so. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was enough. And R.Bopanna and M.Ebden, possibly the shoulders dropping after that. Bit of a ropey service game came in for M.Ebden when they were serving for the set. A couple of double faults, and then R.Bopanna threw in a double fault in the tie break, so there was a bit of a patch in there that was off, and you just cannot afford to do it against these sort of players. This sort of level is too good. First set in just under an hour.
Well, I think we know who you're supporting, and that's why smiles on their faces after that tie-break, particularly from Krajicek. And main man shining in that shootout.
Bopanna to serve.
Top seeds need to get things back on track pretty quickly.
$15.
Another double fault. That's 5 now for their team. A couple from Ebden in that 6-5 game.
Well, if they were disappointed after not being able to serve out the first set, they're going to be disappointed after losing the first set as well. Need to make sure it doesn't impact them. Big momentum shift against them.
That's all.
Yeah, going to have to be so tough to break back this level of doubles. If you do go down an early break. Oh, what a dig from Krajicek. Off his toes, that was coming at him at pace.
Oh, he's flying. Didn't have any time to think, just react. I mean, these guys, they drill that, right? You always see them out on court with their coaches just nailing shots right at them.
Ebden deals with the deciding points coolly and calmly.
Second set.
So danger averted. First game of the second.
Yeah, you do often see doubles players out on court with their coaches that it is a pretty standard drill. Make sure the hands are alive, get them close to the net. Coaches aren't that far away, blasting balls at them.
That's it, first one. Great job, team. Let's go.
Come on, bud.
Stay aggressive. Here we go.
Boys! I'm on that.
15 love.
Such an effortless move there from Bopanna, moving onto it and then just carrying on his momentum as they switch sides. No need for a call. They know that's what happens when the serve comes in down the tee like that, especially when it's kicking away.
Wide. Wide, wide, wide.
Wide, wide, wide. Is this going wide, the serve? It did. It maybe wasn't quite wide enough, was it? Just trying to stay away from Bopanna's backhand right now, I think.
And he's been really smart actually, because we have seen quite a lot of big strikes, but when he's gone to that chip, particularly on the forehand, we've seen one chip lob on the return, that worked well. That one just a nudge lower down the line.
Yep.
One of 6 second serve points won in this second set for this team. Oh, almost.
15 seconds.
Perfect, that backhand return. Half volleyed that almost. Again, as you say, Naomi, he's so casual, isn't he?
He's a pretty relaxed guy. Personality is so important in a doubles pair as well.
There's love.
feel like there's been a huge amount of rhythm to this one, quite choppy, quite a lot of short points. That also makes it challenging when you get your opportunity, as we saw in the first set, so many break points, to then be able to really come up with it, because it does feel like it's moving quite quickly.
Well, you never know when those holds of serve turn out to be important when you're down in a set, just hustling away, trying to stick to your opponents, keep it to a single break. We saw Ebden really go off the boil, didn't we, at the end of the first set? So if you're Dodig and Krajicek, you're hoping that they might just throw one of those games in again. And then it's anyone's, but as it stands, their favourites 4-2. At least to finish off this second set, and then it's fun and games in a deciding breaker for the title. And almost $500,000 there or thereabouts.
Not a volley you expect him to miss. I think he surprised himself there. A couple of super serves on that deuce side. This is the formation that Dodig and Krajicek will be looking to get at, the one they're really going to nail down on. It is, of course, the game that they managed to break in that first set.
It's a good game from the Aussie, just to extend their lead again.
R.Bopanna lead by 5 games to 2.
5-2. Hoping to be the first Indian champion since Leander Paes. That was 2012 when he won with Radek Stepanek. Been a long time since we've had an Australian doubles champion in Miami as well. Got to go back to the year 2000 when the Woodies won. Mark Woodford, Todd Woodbridge. Ebden hoping to end that drought.
to love.
It's all or nothing for Bopanna on return, isn't it? He either can't get it back into play, or it's an unbelievable shot, making life really difficult. And his favourite to win the point.
Fraction wide, so it's all eyes on the Indian R.Bopanna, who will try to serve this out. Remember, they were serving for the opening set and it all went wrong, despite having 3 set points. Looking to make sure this time, serving at 5-3.
No way to keep it away from Ebden at the net there.
The same story. Six now for the top seeds. R.Krajicek's coach, Phil Farmer, getting excited because
A.Krajicek.
well, 4 points from victory, but nothing certain in this format.
No, definitely not. He was a bit frustrated at that. Had a really good play on that serve. It was not great placement. Had an opportunity to extend their lead a little further, but still have Bopanna and Ebden hanging on. Wow.
It's getting tight.
It's been the double faults all the way through this, hasn't it? That have just come at the most crucial times. It's not a coincidence. It's massively impacted the score. That lead is gone.
Settle. And it's 6 points apiece in this deciding tiebreak.
It's got to be the added element of it being a final as well. Such a massive tournament for them.
Go get it, team.
Yeah, they are used to tight moments in matches, but it's felt extra edgy.
It's a big deal, isn't it? You don't get too many days where you've got an opportunity to win another Masters 1000 title. These big draws at these extended Masters events, tough to come through. Well, Dodig was living dangerously with the second serve, almost pushed that long. Misses with the lob. Bopanna Ebden now in control once more. One big push from the finish line here. 3 points required.
Rock solid point, that.
8-6. Bopanna Ebden.
A.Krajicek trying to keep Dodig's spirits up, but he's not looking too positive.
No, he's not looking too healthy either, is he? Digging deep. Almost home and dry. Bopanna and Ebden on the brink.
6. Bopanna Ebden.
The luxury of 3 championship points for the Indian-Australian team.